Hey guys, this is Anthony Scott, Toy Hype USA. I'm here with my good buddy Mark Weber at Hasbro and Derryl Depriest. How are you guys?
Oh, great.
No better place to be than JoeCon.
Yeah.
We're at JoeCon in Loveland, Colorado, and it's just beautiful here. Have you guys been out so far?
We walked around quite a bit. Yeah, we did downtown Fort Collins the other night and took in some local pizza. Derryl got to see Disneyland in Colorado.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, wow.
Some of the original inspiration for the architecture at Disneyland is here, and I'm a huge Disneyland fan, so it's like it's a treat, double treat.
Yeah.
Joe
that's awesome.
and Disney.
I'm too busy working throughout the weekend. I don't have time to get away.
Oh, that should have been the good answer. No, we're talking to fans all the time here.
Yeah. All right. They've been here the whole time, Hasbro. They haven't been slacking.
No, not at all. I haven't been running around buying things for myself.
That's right. Yeah, I did not see him buy a bug yesterday.
That's right.
I did not witness that. Yes. All right. So the panel, some pretty big stuff's happening this year. First of all, you guys are staying with the G.I. Joe Collectors Club at least 2 more years.
Yes. So
Okay.
we're very happy to announce that we've extended our partnership with Fun Publications for the G.I. Joe Club, the conventions, and the cool, unique merchandise that the club does, the figure subscription services. And this is very important to fans for us. So yeah, we announced that here. It was the decision was made up till very late. There was some uncertainty just about where we would be taking the direction in the future, and we're very glad to make it happen. I will say, Hasbro, we are thinking about the future and our own plans. We'll announce that in future times.
But you guys did say there's no BotCon next year run by Fun Publications. That's gone as of this year.
Yes, that was announced previously by our PR and Transformers teams. They announced that. We can't really talk about that.
Right. When will fans be updated about next year's Transformers convention? Some point next year, you think?
Yeah, I don't know. That's really not for us to be able
Yeah,
to
you guys
say.
are the G.I. Joe guys.
Yeah,
I know guys on the Transformers team.
Yeah.
They're just not here right now.
yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
So, what else? You guys talked about the new 2-pack and 3-packs. 18 new figures. I couldn't help but notice there weren't any vehicles coming to retail this year. I think that's the first time in a long time that there are no vehicles.
It was at Toys R Us's kind of direction. They really wanted to go with a figure-focused lineup this year.
Okay.
So that's exactly what we gave them. They've been such a good partner for us, and it's all part of being a good partner is listening and giving them what they want. So they really wanted a dynamite figure lineup, and that's what we gave them.
Yeah, you really did. I was very happy to see that Renegade Swing Shot return and Zombie Initiative. I asked you 14 months ago about Zombie Initiative.
Yeah.
And in April 2015 video to you guys.
Compound Z.
Compound Z, yes.
Was the secret ingredient that MacGuffin introduced in the line a few years ago that resulted in the Zombie Initiative. So the zombies are back. We're very glad to have them back. High demand figure.
I am too. It was actually on my list to talk about before the Hasbro panel. So I'm like, oops, scratch that off. So, let's take out the list. Oh, any Entertainment Earth exclusives, G.I. Joe?
It's not exclusive to them other than they are partnered in the line, so you'll be able to pick up the line through Entertainment Earth or also through Toys R Us. So there's no item that is specific to either retailer. They're co-partners sharing in the distribution.
All right, awesome stuff. 6-inch G.I. Joes. What's the status of that?
Derryl talked about it at the panel, and I thought it was a very credible answer. There's something that the fans are really nervous about, either excited or nervous about it, because they've seen that 6-inch format works very well for Marvel, works very well for Star Wars. It seems to be a fit for another legacy brand like G.I. Joe. But I also know that fans are nervous about any new scale, because they feel it might replace what they believe is the right scale for a 3 3/4, 4-inch Joe. So what Derryl said about it was that 6 inch is a very credible thing that we believe could work for Joe. But don't read into that we're replacing our 4-inch figures. If we go to the 6-inch line, it's something that really could be a very good complement to what our 4-inch line brings. And that's what Marvel brings. Marvel has a 4-inch line and a 6-inch line. Star Wars has a 3 3/4 line kind of 6-inch line. So if we go to that, it certainly would not be as a replacement for what's sort of
I'll go further and say that the future line for G.I. Joe coming back. The only time we would look at new scales and new initiatives is when we have future entertainment to talk about. And right now, that hasn't been solidified yet, so that we don't know when that return is. But in answer to the fans' question today, are we considering 6-inch? We'll say everything is on the table as far as Joe goes. And in fact, we brought a 6-inch prototype to a G.I. Joe convention 10 years ago to show kind of we were thinking about these new things and talking to fans. So, but it's something like Mark said that if we do decide to do that, it will be in consideration of the fans, the Kre-O fans that support us for so long. It would replace the core of the line. So, yeah.
And one figure I thought, Marvel's new. And when I had the figure, I emailed you, and I said this would be a great body for a G.I. Joe character like Gung Ho or Heavy Duty, or even Road Pick of the Dreadnoughts. That body base is just a direction to go in if you ever decide to do G.I. Joe.
Yeah, there's always, it's one company, it's one big vat of tooling. So if there's stuff that we can use or learn from, it's all stuff. And we have friends on every brand. So it even G.I. Joe vets. Like, if you want to know more about Marvel 6-inch, probably ask Dwight Stahl, who people know real well from consistently working on the show. So we need to lean on Transformers and all. That's the John Ward mission. So there's lots of guys in very tight-knit Joe family that are still around Hasbro, even if they aren't working on the brand.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So what else? Any G.I. Joe Transformers crossover figures at retail, like Toys R Us, Entertainment, or you guys are doing the San Diego exclusives, and you've done it, I think, 2012 through 2015? The exclusives.
Right. The previous three were...
Or 2011, 11, 12,
13, so we took a couple of years hiatus and bringing it back this year. So, but that's just as the past three sets were, just a pure Comic-Con and Hasbro giveaway shop. Exclusive, no plans for that at mass retail.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen an Easter egg here or there, like the Decepticon Viper figure last year that had the Cobra logo on it. So once in a while, we'll slip an Easter egg in this. We're not planning to do any massive push of the two together, but those fan bases are so sibling, brother and sister almost, that you can see it once in a while, I imagine.
Yeah.
But no major.
Well, I think it would fly off shelves if Hasbro ever decides to do that. There's a lot of fans are passionate about both lines.
I think I've always said that because the cartoons ran back to back, most Joe fans also love Transformers. Most Transformers fans also love Joe. So they're very related franchises.
Yeah, they are. G.I. Joe Kre-O. There was no G.I. Joe Kre-O first year exclusives at G.I. JoeCon. And you guys didn't make any announcements about Kre-O. I saw a guy carrying the box. I'm like, that's a good question to ask. I never would have thought of it.
I think that's a Derryl question.
So, what's going on with Kre-O?
Kre-O is an awesome format for G.I. Joe. But the Kre-O team, who isn't here at the show, really is driving their strategy and formulating their strategy. I think when we do have future entertainment to think about and about, then G.I. Joe's will be in consideration for them. But I certainly hope that we bring that out in the future. Kre-O is a very important brand to us, and I see G.I. Joe down the road in the future, but I can't command or speak on their behalf. But I hope so. It comes back.
I do too. I really like the sets that came out previously, and you guys can't do most of the sets that came out in the 80s, 90s. The tooling no longer exists. But
Right.
with Kre-O, you create those vehicles and play sets in an all new way,
Right.
such as the flag,
Yeah.
which would never be introduced at retail.
You're exactly right. And the Terror Drone was kind of a proof of concept that we've got the library of parts to be able to build some of those more substantial things. And and with time, hopefully Joe will come back. Kre-O will take a look at it, probably add in some special new sauce, and we'll see what the future holds. Don't know how backward looking will necessarily be or forward looking. It's just because we just haven't mapped it out yet. So, you know, if and when it did come back, we certainly hope so.
Yeah, I hope it comes back too. Next year. Let's push for it.
It's always a safe answer. Next year.
All right. So anything you guys want to add that I didn't ask or someone didn't ask at the panel?
I think it's just, I mean, every time we come, we're so respectful of the fans and happy for what we see. And seeing kids running around with their dads and Tristan and Joe, phenomenal. Cosplayers have been all around our booth. It's always a great time to come in. And I love that the panel went over well because it's a tough crowd. They love the same thing we love, but that doesn't mean we get a pass from it. So to work on something for a year and then finally get to unveil it to a tough but passionate crowd, it makes, you know, the panel day is almost like Christmas for marketers. Can't wait to share with you and get feedback of what you think. And the feedback today has been very positive. So it's always
one thing that you said at the panel, which I just thought of as you were saying that, was about Snake Eyes. It's the same deco as it was previously. I think it came out 2-3 years ago, something like that. But you said if actually someone asked the question about the deco, couldn't put new deco on it because Hasbro considered it a public figure. Or new deco, is that the same cost as new tool?
it's not the same cost, but, and Derryl mentioned at the panel, the idea of when you make a change to a figure, it now involves a whole raft of people who have to handle it, and it becomes work. So the figure costs Hasbro on some level in productivity. It costs them something different when anything is changed, beyond the packaging. So even taking a gun out, or weapons out, is a change, even though you would look at it and go, wow, they took out a sword. You would think that's less plastic, less room in the case. It would be more beneficial to Hasbro, but that sword removal has to be accounted for every step down the road. So making any change at all triggers work, and that's why it triggers an item from our item. So it's a very black and white area. It's either I'll say really carry forward figure, or it is a new item. There's no gray area.
So following on that, we want to make the maximum use of those new items to make them all truly differentiated and as new as we possibly can. So you kind of see two different classes of items: the pure fan demand figures that are brought forward that we know are going to be, strong sellers for us to help, create a better business for our partners, and then the truly new items that's where we invest in the tooling and the design and engineering resources to get that done. So we have a set of resources that are given us as a company, the number of items and the amount of tooling that we can spend on that. We make the best possible use of all of those. So we generate the strongest business year after year.
Right. Well, excellent lineup. And guys, stay at the end of the video. I'll be doing a quick video walkthrough of all this year's lineup. And it's great to see you guys. Thank you very much.
Great to see you again, Anthony.
All right, I'm Anthony Scott. This is Mark Weber, Derryl Depriest of Toy Hut USA. Click on our subscribe button on YouTube, and I'll see you guys next year.
Yo, Joe.
Your friends with Tasha Rocket? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. He's the one Oh, man. He's like me at stuff, man.
I got most of my 2014 what's the Eagle Paws.
He's the one that I bought most of that.
Yeah, I bought the Demon this one. Yeah.
You are now part of the official GI discussion.
Good. Because weary of the Trader Joe's. Okay.
I'm trying to keep it fun.
Well, that's my thing. Like, it's nice and early.
People start getting like it's kind of like it's just fun. It's just a bunch of joke fans. Let's talk to one guy.
So you have. They have to be. Yeah, that's why we were looking at the Arctic set over there.
Yeah.
We were looking at it, like that. I was like, look at us. Yeah, that's cool.
Let me get a couple pictures of you guys.
Of course.
Get a picture on my phone so
You know what's so funny? We were probably in some of the same groups for like what, a year together. Didn't even know we were in the same town, and we are a very small town.
We were talking one day about trading